Hi, we are discussing strength of material 1, unit 2, CA force and bending moment diagram. In that, now we are discussing how to draw the CA force diagram and bending moment diagram for a overhanging beam. Okay, so now we can see this problem. It's a overhanging beam. Here you can see this is support A and this is support B. So beyond this support A and B, the beam portion is extend. Okay, so this portion extend beyond the support A and B. Therefore, this is called overhanging beam. So here there will be a uniformly distributed load between A and C. 10 kilonewton per meter is acting, and at point C there will be a point rho 2 kilonewton is acting, and on point D 5 kilonewton point load is acting. Right? So the distance between A and C 4 meter, distance between C and B 1 meter, distance between B and D 2 meter. So this is support A and this is support B. Right? So you know very well in simply supported beam or the overhanging beam, the first and foremost step is to calculate the reactions. Right? So you know very well, shear force is nothing but the algebraic sum of all the forces, including the reactions, either left side or right side of the section we consider. Right? So you need to calculate the reactions as well as the load. If you add, you will get the shear force, and load into distance, you will get the bending moment. So bending moment is nothing but algebraic sum of all the moments which are acting either left side or right side of the section. The moment, how can you calculate load into distance? So first step is to know the reactions. So how can you calculate the reactions? For that, you have two equations. One is sum of the moment at A is equal to 0, and another equation is sum of the upward vertical force will be equal to sum of the downward vertical force. Right? So if you use these two equations, out of these two equations, you will get the RA and RB value. Here you can use either sum of the moment at A equal to 0 or sum of the moment at this point, or this point D equal to 0. Okay. So here you can see sum of the moment at A is equal to 0. So what is moment? Load into distance about the section AA. Here at point A I am taking moment. So here towards this section, what are the load into distance, which will be equal to 0, then you will find out the unknown RB value. So here you can see what are the loads into distance, what are the moments at section AA. You can see this is RB. So this RB is upward, and this RB load is acting towards a section like a anti-clockwise direction, right? So this RB reaction acting towards the section AA which you have considered like a anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, the symbol is minus RB. So what is moment? RB load into distance. So RB is acting at the point B, where you are taking the section at point A. So from the load B, the section where you taken A, that distance is called perpendicular distance for the moment. So this 1 meter plus 4 meter, 5 meter. Therefore, minus RB into 5. Then, what are the other loads? You can see here 10 kilonewton per meter UDL. UDL means what you have to do? You have to convert this UDL into point load. So if you want to convert this UDL into point load, the load UDL load into distance of the UDL load. So UDL load is 10 kilonewton per meter into distance is 4 meters. So meter get cancelled, and 10 into 4 is 40. 10 into 4. This 40 is the point load. So moment means what? Load into distance. And also this UDL, if we convert this point load, it will be acting at the center of the UDL which is acting. The total UDL is acting 4, therefore 4 by 2 at a 2 meter distance from here, the point load will be acting. So that's 20 into 4 point load will be acting at a distance of 2 meter from the point A as its point load. So this 10 into 4, 40 into distance is 2. And also you can see the direction downward, and its towards section you consider clockwise direction. So towards section you consider clockwise direction, therefore it is positive, therefore plus 10 into 4 point load into distance is from here to here 2. So 10 into 4 into 2 plus, you can see this load into distance. This load is 2 kilonewton into distance towards here is 4 meter. And also this downward like a clockwise direction towards section we consider, therefore clockwise means positive, 2 into 4 plus this load 5 into this distance 4, 1, 2, 7. So 5 into 7 acting towards the section like a clockwise direction, therefore positive, therefore plus 5 into distance 7, which will be equal to 0. Right? So sum of the moment at A is equal to 0. If you put, you will get the unknown value of RB. If you solve this equation, you will get RB, which is nothing but 24.6 kilonewton positive upward force, positive force. Now what is the another equation? Sum of the upward force will be equal to sum of the downward force. What is the sum of the upward force? That is resistant force, reactions, RA plus RB. What is the downward force? This 10 into 4, point what we converted already, 10 into 4, 40. This 2, this 5, 5 to 40. 40 plus 5, 45 plus 2, 47. So 10 into 4, 40 plus 2 plus 47. So RA plus RB upward is equal to 47. So you know already RB. So if you substitute this 47 minus this RB, this side will go minus RB, therefore minus 24.6 RB value. Then you will get the RA value. RA is 22.4. Right? So like that, you have to calculate the reactions RA and RB. Right? Now, after finding out the reactions, we can go for the SFD, shear force diagram. How to draw the shear force diagram. Right? So for that, you need to calculate the shear force value. So as I said earlier, suppose you want to calculate the shear force value at A and shear force value at C, what you have to do? You have to take the section between this A and C and find out the general equation f of x equation. Then in that general f of x equation, if you substitute x equal to 0, that is at point A, what is the x distance? X equal to 0, you will get the shear force value at A. And if you want the shear force value at C, you have to substitute x equal to 4 meter. The distance for C from the point A is 4 meter. Therefore, x equal to 4 meter, if you substitute, you will get the shear force value at the C point. Then, okay, because of this load, also the shear force value will change. So, how we will see? We can take the section between A and C. This is the section between A and C. So, from the A, the distance is x, and this distance x, the load acting is 10 kilonewton per meter, and at point A the reaction is RA 22.4. So these are all the shear force load value is available in the left side of the section. So shear force is nothing but add all the forces, right? Now we can add shear force at A. At A point, what is the shear force value? 22.4. So in between A and C, if you consider the shear force at x, right? I can see here. This is point. This is the point A. This is the point A, right? So this is the section XX we consider between A and C. So from this point to this distance is X. Therefore, if you add all the loads left side of the section XX, you will get the shear force F of X. Shear force value at the section XX, F of X value you will get, right? So now this F of X will be is equal to load which are acting to the left side of the section. How much load acting here? Upward load, so positive 22.4, downward load, therefore minus. So if you want to convert this UDL to the point load, what will happen? At to the center x by 2 distance, this will act as a point load. Therefore, this 10 into distance. 10 into distance. Okay. X. So 10 into X is acting like a point load. Downward minus 10 into X. Therefore here 22.4 upward minus 10 into X downward. So this is the Fx equation. Now you want shear force at C. Shear force at C, Fc. Okay, at point C. So what is the X value? 4 meter, isn't it? So this is the B. From here to here, suppose this is the point C. So from A to C, the distance is 4 meter. Therefore, in this equation, if we substitute x equal to 4 meter, that is Fc equal to 22.4 minus 10 into, instead of x, you can substitute 4 meter, 10 minus 10 into 4, you will get minus 17.6. You will get minus 17.6 kilonewton. Okay, so shear force at the point C is minus 17.6 kilonewton. Okay, now you can see I can see diagram, shear force diagram on the top. So what is the shear force value at the point A? RA. So what is the RA? 22.4, right? So you can draw shear force diagram 22.4 upward. And what is the shear force value at the point C? At point C you have calculated here. FC is minus 17.6. So from plus 22.4, it is come down to minus 17.6, isn't it? So here you can see at A point plus 22.4. Then at C point, it's UDL, so it is like this triangle. And at point C, you will get minus 17.6, so it is downward, minus 17.6. So after that, here how much, at point C, how much load is acting? Here you can see 2 kilonewton. This 2 kilonewton is downward, therefore minus 2. Therefore, here already minus 17 and here minus 2. This minus 17.6 and minus 2, therefore you will get minus 19.6. So again it comes to minus 19.6. Then in between C and B, is there any load? There is no load. Therefore in between C and B, this minus 19.6 is horizontal constant continuous. Then at support B, what is RB? RB is nothing but RB value 24.6. RB value is 24.6, but here negative value is minus 19.6. Therefore, plus 24.6 minus 19.6. How much? Plus 5 kilonewton. Therefore, from minus 19.6, it will go up to plus 5 kilonewton. And in between B and D, there is no any load. Therefore, this plus 5 kilonewton is continuous up to here, point D. Here plus 5, here minus 5, downward minus 5. So plus 5 minus 5 come to D, 0. Isn't it? So shear force at the point A will start 0. Then because of the reaction RA 22.4 plus 22.4, it is increasing. Then because of this UDL, okay, if you take section and f of x equation, in that substitute x equal to 4 meter C point, you will get minus 17.6. Then because of this minus 2 kilonewton, minus 17.6 minus 2 minus 19.6 downward. Then between C and B there is no any force, therefore it continues up to the point B. Then at B point the RB value is 24.6. Here minus 19.6, here plus 24.6 already is there, so plus 24.6 minus 19.6, you will get the plus 5. Then at B will increase to the plus 5 to the from the minus 19.6 to plus 5. Then in between B and D there is no any force, therefore this plus 5 is constant up to the point D. So because of this minus 5, this plus 5 it will become 0, then come to point D. So this is how you have to draw the shear force diagram, isn't it? So now we can see how to draw the bending moment diagram. So you know very well at moment at A is the simply supported. Okay, therefore the moment at A, you can see here, moment at A simply supported end. Here also simply supported free end. This is free end, this is simply supported end. Therefore, simply supported and free end, what is the bending moment? 0. Therefore, moment at A and moment at D, the value will be 0. So, moment at A equal to moment at D will be equal to 0. So, calculation of bending moment diagram. So, bending moment at A and moment at D will be is equal to 0. Okay. Then you need to calculate moment at C. Okay, so moment at C. So here you can see the diagram here. At point C, what is the moment you have to know. So load into distance towards the point C you have to calculate, isn't it? Okay. So here at point C, the x value is 4 meter and here load is acting upward RA, A point, RA 22.4. UDL load is acting 10 kN per meter. So moment at C will be equal to load into distance. The load is 22.4 into distance is 4 meter. Then this load is minus 10 because download towards the section you consider at point C. So it's like a anti-clockwise direction towards the section C. So minus 10 into distance is, see, minus 10. If you convert to this UDL to point load, minus 10 into 4. So this minus 10 into 4 into distance is, it is acting at the center. Therefore, from center to here, 4 by 2, 2 meters. So minus 10 into 4 is the load, point load, into distance is 2. So minus 10 into 4 into 2. So 22.4 into 4, then 10 into 4 minus 10 into 4 into distance 2. So this is moment at C. Therefore 9.6 kilonewton meter. And moment at B, you can see here 22.4 into moment at B is distance 5 meter. You can see 22.4 into 5 meter. And you can see this is convert point load 10 into 4. Acting downward minus towards this section. So minus 10 into 4. And the distance is it is acting center. Therefore here to here 2 meter, here 1 meter. Therefore towards B 2 meter plus 1 meter, 3 meter. So minus 10 into 4 into 3. Then here you can see this 2 kilometer acting downward, therefore minus 2 into distance is 1 meter, so minus 2 into 1. So moment at B is minus 10 kilonewton meter, isn't it? So you have to know where the maximum bending moment will occur. So where the maximum bending moment will occur, here you can see at point A, bending moment is 0 because it is simply supported. At point D, free support, free end, therefore here also 0. That you have found. and at point C, bending moment at C point, what is the value here? 9.6 kilonewton meter. So 9.6, this is positive value, plus 9.6, therefore plus 9.6 kilonewton meter. So here, because of this UDL force, it will be like a parabolic curve, but somewhere else the bending moment value is maximum, where the shear force value will be 0. So where the shear force value will be 0, there you will get to the maximum bending moment, right? So in the equation, f of x equation, between B and C, you have taken section that f of x 22.4 minus 10 into x equal to 0. Here you can find out f of x equal to 0. Therefore 22.4 minus 10x equal to 0. Therefore 10x equal to 22.4, x equal to 2.24. So x equal to 2.24 distance, you will get to the maximum bending moment. Okay, right? So absolute maximum bending moment means x equal to 2.24 meter distance. So at a distance of 2.24 meter, if you calculate the bending moment, that is called absolute maximum bending. So the maximum bending moment will be occur at the section where shear force is 0. Therefore x equal to 2.24 meter, the shear force value is 0. Therefore there you will get maximum bending moment. Therefore there you can find out the maximum bending moment will be equal to 22.4, load into distance is 2.24. This is towards the section you consider upward clockwise direction, plus 22.4 into 2.24. Then this is negative and UDL convert to point load. Okay, so 10 into this distance is 2.24. So 10 into 2.24 is acting like a point load at a distance of 2.24 divided by 2 distance. Because center it is like here to here 2.24 divided by 2. Therefore, minus downwards, so minus 10 into this distance 2.24 into distance load is 10 into 2.24 load into distance 2.24 divided by 2. So you will get maximum bending moment as 25.1 kilonewton meter. And then point of contraflexure. So what do you mean by point of contraflexure? Where the bending moment value is 0, there you will get the point of contraflexure, right? So here you can see the bending moment value at support A 0, at support C plus 9.6, and at support this point, okay, you will get where the shear force 0, there that point, suppose you consider this E point, the maximum 25.1. And then at support B, the bending moment value is minus 10 kilonewton meter that you have calculated here. Here you can see moment at B minus 10 kilonewton meter. Therefore, from plus 9.6 at the point C, from plus 9.6, from plus 9.6, this value is reduced to minus 10 kilonewton per meter at point B. Therefore, somewhere else the bending moment value is 0 here. That point is called point of contraflexure. So from the point B, consider this distance is A, unknown value A. Why? Because from this point to this point 2 meter you know already. But here C to B point the distance is 1 meter. But out of this 1 meter, from the B some point A, the bending moment value will be 0. That A point I have to know. Okay. So what should I do? That A point I have to find out. How can you find out? Taking the moment at the section here, AA. Because here to here, A point. So I am taking section here just to somehow the moment at A equal to 0 I apply, I will get this unknown value. Isn't it? Equal to 0, equilibrium equation. So here you can see 5 into this acting downward towards clockwise direction towards section AA positive plus 10. Because 5 into this 2 plus A, right? 5 into 2 plus A. 5 into 2 plus A. Then this load upward force. So towards this section anti-clockwise. Towards this section like a anti-clockwise. Therefore minus 24.6. Distance is A. Moment is load in distance. So minus 24.6 into A, which is equal to 0. There is no any other force. So if you equate this one, you will get the point of counterflexure point A 0.51 meter. So if you see here in this diagram, bending moment diagram, from the point B 0.54 distance, 0.54 A, let's check 0.51, sorry. So 0.51 distance from the point P, 0.51 distance, the bending moment value will be 0. That point is called as point of counterflexure. So keep in mind, where the shear force value will be 0, there f of x value equal to 0. If you substitute the x value, you will get, so there you will get the maximum bending moment. So where shear force is 0, there you will get maximum bending moment. Where the bending moment is 0, that point is called the point of counterflexure or inflection point. Okay. So this is how we have to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram for the simply overhanging beam subjected to the different kinds of load point load here. Okay. So thank you very much for your passion listening. Thank you all.